Yeah. And precipitate in your hood. What the fuck is up, you buttercup? Park in that blunt, smoking suicide, bloody blood.
Let's talk about the Rockets, who earlier this summer...
It's not me, it's you.
I did keep up with this.
Right.
Thank you, Houston.
Oh, whatever.
You got CP3. Then they gave James Harden the biggest contract in NBA history because when you mail it in, that's what you get. Now, apparently, we're going after CARMELO Anthony. And then there's this.
You're back.
Danae posting an image of MELO with a Rockets jersey on, furthering the speculation that
that's a good photo
things are
shot.
That was a good headband, man.
Too big in it.
You got it all right.
All right, MELO potentially to the Rockets. If you're the Warriors, do you care?
No. I mean, that's not the hookup. Now, if you told me that he took a buyout in New York, he signed for cheap in Cleveland, they didn't have to get rid of Kevin Love, then maybe if you're the Warriors, you'd like go, that might make a difference. But if you're basically looking at the Rockets and going, oh, so they brought in a guy who likes to shoot and doesn't play great defense. We'll take that, please. I mean, that's basically what they're saying.
But that's not their style. So I think this is smart because of their DNA of just running up and down the floor, trying to shoot.
I see you.
Yeah. I think this is a good move.
Draymond.
I don't know if you're Golden State if you're staying up at night, but you're certainly paying attention. They got Chris Paul and they may get CARMELO Anthony.
So they got two 30-some-year-olds that can't guard
They
anybody.
have the makings of a great Olympic team.
Is it going to be Olympic MELO, though?
No,
that's MELO where he goes and he's the elder statesman and he's like good MELO. Look, I just feel bad for Mike D'Antoni here because
why?
Like Mike D'Antoni,
he's coach of the year.
Yes, and he's not even going to get to coach his team. Like, do you think that he really wants to coach CARMELO Anthony again?
No, of course not.
He still has bruises from their time in New York together.
This is different though because Jeremy Lin's not there.
How is it?
Jeremy Lin's not there to distract everybody. It's just those two now.
Can we just? I missed this, and I'm really sad I did. But what is the message to the kids?
Which kids? Which kids?
When James Harden literally looks like a man whose family had been abducted, and if he played well in the playoffs, they would have been. So he literally just didn't show up against
that one
Spurs
game
at all.
The game that mattered?
The game that mattered, this dude...
He was completely exhausted.
From
being a point guard, and in turn, this is what the back channels are saying about the Chris Paul trade. That's why you bring in a Chris Paul to take some of the ball handling responsibilities away, to save some of the energy that he's going to need in the playoffs. Now you're bringing in CARMELO. This is their day one plan. Chris Paul with CARMELO looks like it's coming to fruition.
The only thing that I will say is that because Jeremy, much like Sam Presti, is full of surprises, that bringing in CARMELO might not be the last move they make. And then we have to wait and see until everything is said and done. But just CARMELO on his own, I don't see how the Warriors are concerned about that.
He's not on his own. He's coming with Chris Paul. We haven't seen that team with those two additions.
They're called the Olympics.
Right here. You may not have seen this. You may have been like eating pasta or whatever you were doing.
That's all I did.
You did like every day. Right?
Every day.
The same
17
thing.
straight days.
She smells like spaghetti.
She counted it.
And the beach.
She counted it. But like,
you guys Italians know how to live, all right?
Yeah.
Alone.
And like, honestly, James Harden had a terrible last game.
Yeah.
And it was very clear that he was tired at the end of the year, but it also snowballed on him, okay? So he has a bad last game, then he gets in his head, and then he just couldn't turn it around. And he kind of, I think everybody kind of understands he needs some help. He can't do it himself.
Right.
Is Chris Paul that guy? I don't know how that's going to work. I really just don't see how that.
We all know how it's going to work.
They both need the ball in their hands.
We know how it's going to work. It's not going to work. And they're not going to get a ring. And those three dudes will never have rings. That's what it is.
All right, end of the show then.
Debbie Downer.
Move on.